Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video I wanted to go over my Pitt Neighborhood Square shelter with you guys and what I've done with it. So I'm sure you guys know what this shelter is. It's the new shelter that came with the Pitt update. It's the biggest one so far. It's pretty damn sweet, and if you guys don't know what it is, you'll get the layout of it pretty soon. But I've done a little bit with it. I've seen a lot of different builds and everything, and I've noticed that there isn't a huge budget for the camp, and I'll get into a little bit of the problems with that a little bit later on. But yeah, I've seen a lot of different builds with this, but my first intention upon seeing it was, holy shit, I gotta turn this into like an actual street. I'm gonna make it look like something out of like Fallout 4 almost, or like Fallout 3, where you're walking around the city and there's like little settlements and stuff, popping up and like maybe some outposts. But you'll see what I mean once we get into here. So yeah, what I've titled this place is Haven Street, and the reason I chose that, I was kind of going back and forth. I was gonna choose Easy Street, but I don't know, it's kind of common, too normal. So I went with Haven Street because the tower where Asher resides in the Fallout 3 Pit DLC, and Asher, of course, is the main villain, quote unquote, in that storyline. He hangs out in this place called Haven, and it's this big building. And I figured that Haven would be a good name. It's in relation to the pit, and I don't know. I just kind of like how it looks visually. Haven Street. It kind of rolls off the tongue pretty well. So yeah. And this sign here is for anybody that walks into my shelter, and I have a nice little message down there in the corner for them. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So if you guys have not been in one of these shelters before, you first start by spawning in right here. So you kind of spawn in this almost blown out building, and yeah, so let's take a little walk through here. This is the first kind of camp tour I've actually narrated. I think I might have done my shelters as well. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I figured I'd kind of go step by step with you guys through this just so you know what my intentions were. So I guess starting with this first area, I kind of wanted to put this sign up, obviously, so people knew where they were. I added this here to make it look like, people were putting stuff for storage here, and I thought the oil lamp looked nice. And then in here, I wanted to make it look like there were still some remnants left over from the room that used to be here. And thankfully, they added this new shop vac to the scoreboard, and I think that looks pretty fucking sweet. Definitely haven't had a vacuum cleaner to put down, and I thought that looked really cool. So got a little TV there and everything. But yeah, so you walk out through here, and this is going to be the front gate. So this is all boarded off and stuff here. This gate will open up, but this is the kind of like command tower, and this not only looks over the entrance, but also the entire street as well. So walking up here, I've actually kind of come up with this like not really like a little invention, but it's a nice way for displaying heavy weapons when you're putting them over like a fence or something like this. So you kind of have like a little like guard tower, and what you do is you get this I don't know the name of it, but it's this stash box. I'm sure you guys can find it, and then you just put the heavy display right on top of it, and it's really nice because if you put the display down normally, the whole thing itself is too short for the kind of the barbed wire thing up here that you can see. I'll get out a more pointy weapon. But yeah, over here, this weapon, or that stuff, that would kind of mesh right in there. So yeah, I've come up with this a little bit. I guess I have a friend here. I'm not entirely sure who that is. I don't have my HUD on, but it could be Monkey. Who knows? But yeah, I like this a lot, and I have it here. And it's cool, because when you walk in, you can kind of see it like pointing right at you. And I got this guy here who, quote unquote, maneuvers it. So coming up here into the what is this, like the Ranger Tower, the Watch Tower, I forget, but it's a prefab. Coming up here, it's almost like a little bed. He's got a computer, like it's lived in almost. A couple little floor decor items, and then I have another one of these things up here with the pepper shaker on it. And I like the pepper shaker a lot, especially on display because of this kind of grip it's got right here. I think that looks so cool, and it's almost like you could walk up to it and like it looks visually accurate, I guess. So, but yeah, coming down here, and I'm sorry if it's getting a little too buggy. I'm trying to move as slow as possible. But yeah, so I'm gonna open this gate right here, and this is the main street of Haven Street. So, what I first wanted to get down was this main area right here. Now, I've seen a lot of people building in over here because it's a big, flat, empty area. I'm just gonna emote this guy so he doesn't think I'm fucking insane. So it's a big flat area here. And the first thing that popped into my head was like a courtyard, almost like this is like a business building or some shit like that. And there's just a nice like kind of courtyard here with a fountain. Thankfully, we have a fountain. I had a statue up there, but it didn't really look too great, so I took it down. And honestly, I'm satisfied with it. So I have this here, and then over in this corner, I didn't decide to build anything in this gap, but this kind of reminded me of the Wildwood Tavern. So I put the Wildwood Tavern up there, and I have a condemned sign to kind of explain for why those windows and shit are boarded up, to kind of add a little story to it. I don't know. This guy's following me. Hello. Over here is a little kind of like auto repair area. I have the Fusion Flea stash box up here. This wheel is a spinning wheel, but it looks like a wheel, so I put it up there. This guy's gonna lock me in. But yeah, little bits and bobs and stuff, almost like you come in here to get your motorcycle or your small car repaired, something like that. And I figure that the Red Rocket Station is like an in-game business, so it's pretty lore accurate, and it'd probably still be standing after the war. So yeah, I got the gas price sign up there as well. If you look around the back here, I got a dumpster. Nothing really too crazy. In this little alley over here, I have a trash can, newsstand, these lamps, which is actually the next thing I'm going to talk about. So one of the things that really was useful was the Pittsburgh street kit. And my next video, which is going to be coming out really right after this, is going to be going over what that comes with. So if you guys are interested in those items, look for that next video. But those items, which I will describe. I'll describe them here too. I got this nice little parking meter, this industrial like street lamp here. It looks similar to the normal one, but it's black. It's kind of got that spike up there. There's new power connectors, which I didn't use. I didn't really care for them. And one of the other things is this street light. So I have this set up right here. I kind of have this generator right here to power that. It doesn't really look great, but honestly, in the grand scheme of things, when you're looking around here, you don't barely even notice it. So I have parking meters, street lamps, these benches, and these trash cans all lining the street like they were left here from before the war. So try to make it look as realistic as possible, and I'm sure you guys can see what I mean. So yeah, that's this corner taken care of. What I want to talk about next is the biggest part of the building. So this whole chunk, starting from this street lamp to this street lamp, is actually hollow. This building that you see directly in front of you, I built myself. So if I come back here to this alley over here, and this worked out perfectly because I couldn't get another foundation down here, so I just turned it into a nice little alley. And yeah, I got an ice box there, a poster up in here, and then back here is, one of these trash cans, like a little hobo village almost. I got a dumpster, nothing special. And then this is the back. Because of this debris here, you can't really go too far back in there. I have no idea why that's in here. I bet one of my friends put that down, but don't mind that. So yeah, this is the back entrance to the apartment building. I'll just do a quick little run down to the front here. So yeah, it was very difficult to put down those letters for some reason because of like the reinforcements on the or on the wall, or sorry, the door wall there. But I think it looks all right. So this is the apartment building. You come in here, it's like the reception area over here. And then over here, I'll turn this fireplace on. It's just a nice little lounge. I got the Pickaxe Pilsner sign up there. And then back over in here, just it's like an employees area. I have the sign there, employees only. Oh, that's a lot better. I should keep this on. And just a nice little storage area for when they come to work, drop stuff off. So, well, quote unquote, come to work, because those motherfuckers are dead. But anyways, coming upstairs, the next two floors are virtually identical. Because of the budget, I really had to be wary of what I was putting down. So these apartment rooms all look the same. It's almost like it's a hotel. Honestly, I should make it a hotel, but whatever. So coming into this room, I have in every room, aside from the different posters, I have the same items put down. That's floating. I don't know why, but I'm not even gonna bother fixing it right now. That Foot Locker, I mean. But so it's all the same items, just put down in different ways to make it look. This guy's kind of, I don't know who this is, but I don't know. Whatever. So there's a bunch of stuff here. And it's all put down in different ways. So all this stuff is identical, but I figured I would mix it up and, make it look like it was different stuff, but it's actually all the same. So on this floor as well, I have a bathroom. You can check this out. I got the nice little cat paintings, and it's the same thing on the top. Even this sofa and stuff out here. If you come to the second floor, you'll see it's literally the same thing, just kind of flipped a little bit. So I'll go over these two rooms quick. You can see it's just stuff thrown down in a different order, and it does look different. I mean, I think to the naked eye, people probably won't notice it. And yeah, the budget's just really pissing me off. It's so small. So those are those apartment rooms. I used to have a stairs coming up to the roof here, but I scrapped that. So yeah, that's the apartment building. I'm gonna go to the next little thing over here. I think this guy is confused, but I mean, I can't really feed him into what I'm doing right now because I'm in the fucking middle of doing it. But yeah, actually, the next thing I should talk about is this right here. So just like the building down there that I made condemned, this right here is another boarded up building. But what I did, and actually I met some guy, I forget his gamer tag, Mommy something. What he did is he would just put like doors in front of this. He put his vault lobby shelter on the wall, like right there. It made it look like it was another entrance. But what I did is I just put a door here with a lock on it. You can't see because my HUD's off, but I have a lock on there just to make it look like this building is actually occupied. But oh, you know, you can't get in at that time. You know, it's like an inaccessible door or something like that. So that's just the bar. I made it the bar because it was the least amount of letters. I don't really have a big budget. Coming over here though, I kind of did a little bit of the same thing, but this is almost like a Free States outpost, kind of like the oh, what do you call it? Where ambassadors stay. I forget the name of it. There's a shit ton of them in DC. I should know this. The embassy, almost like a Free States embassy here in the pit. That was my idea of that. So, also these street signs here from the back, they look like they could probably say stop or like direction this way, but no, these are just the danger of death signs. So they looked the best structurally, although not visually. But yeah, and this is the final area of my shelter. So this is like the kind of like the market, trading post, craftsman area. And what I did is I put down this shipping container to kind of make a little gate here, and this whole train thing was here before, this kind of caboose. So this gate is usually closed, but I had it open just for the video. So yeah, coming in here, this is like it's like half of a train tunnel almost, and you can build in there and everything. These walls on the side there, I put those down to make it look like it was kind of like sliding doors, like this is like a warehouse almost that you could close off. Obviously they don't move, but you know, it looks like that. So back here in the corner, I have another little kind of like hobo village thing, just some like, you know, street shit. Yeah, this is the little generator thing. I have this connected through that window there. I actually didn't know that the CD shed had a window like this, so this is really beneficial for running a generator through like walls and shit. Well, not through walls, but making sure your generator isn't just outside like barren for enemies to attack. This is a nice little thing to have, and I'm glad that I got this for free, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so you come over here, and I got a nice little like defensive thing here. Actually, this guy's turned out to be pretty useful with his Free State shit on. He looks very, he looks like he belongs to that embassy over there. But yeah, I have a nice little like defensive thing here. Oh, I'm falling. I couldn't really do too much up here because of the budget. I'm at max budget with this build. I should probably say that. But yeah, this is pretty sweet, and it kind of blocks it off in here. So coming into the final area, this is the crafting area. I have this Free States truck bed down here, kind of go with the lore, I guess, and then different crafting benches kind of spread out. On this side, I have power armor. The dumpster works as the stash box for this area, and then weapons there as well. And then on this side, I have a little raised crafting area with my vendor, bunch of other stuff that you can see, the brewing station, the chemistry station, tinker's station, whatever, and you know, everything else you would need, like a scrap box and a loadout machine. The last thing I have in here is the circus or the carnival carriage or trailer. I thought that this looked most like a train car almost. I mean, kind of down here looks a little bit like one, but this whole main area, or the main part of it, looked like a train car. So I put it down here. Thankfully, it fit really well in here. And if you come in here, I usually have this locked so you can kind of look in from the outside, but on the inside, it's just a bunch of ammo containers, and then I have a safe, and this power armor is here, almost like it was being transported before the war, and it kind of got lost in all the bullshit that happened, and it's now here in the pit. And it's a mercenary armor too, if you can kind of see on the chest here. So that's lore friendly as well, because the Hellcat mercenaries did in fact come to the pit. So maybe that doesn't make sense with the before the war stuff I just said, but whatever, who gives a shit. So yeah, this is Haven Street. I tried to put down as much as possible, you know, just like a nice living area for a bunch of people. I like this auto repair shop, and I definitely had to have the kind of market crafting area down there. And this whole enclosure is perfect. It's very secure, and it makes sense that something like that would be built in there. The Blue Ridge flag, I kind of just have that, you know, just there. And I guess the last thing I can talk about is what I have here. So, if you're in New York City, any city really, you'll see they have posters and shit lining the buildings when you're walking down the street. So I figured I would put posters down. I have them spread out all around the walls here. You can see them. I got one over there. Most of them are fucking white powder sports, but because those look the most worn. But yeah, who gives a fuck? And I had these Union barrels that I got from the scoreboard. I figured I'd put those down as well. Those made sense. So yeah. I know for a fact that it's barren. I know that there's not a shit ton of detail here, but again, coming in here, you can look at my budget, and it's totally maxed. I have nothing stored. I really wish that they had a bigger budget on this. It would make sense. I mean, this place is literally massive. Why not give it like a bigger budget? You could do so much with it. I don't know. But yeah, so this is Haven Street, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me turn my depth of field off here, make it look better. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know that I'm going to be using this shelter for a lot of different stuff. I mean, this is like your own personal chunk of the fucking map. This is so sweet. I mean, it literally takes me like a couple seconds to run from one end to the other. I mean, it takes a while. This place is huge. And I really like this. I like this a lot. I think it's pretty lore friendly. I think I did a pretty good job with it, if I'm being honest. So, but yeah, again, I've said this a million times, but yeah, this is Haven Street. This is my my Pittsburgh Square neighborhood, whatever, shelter. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any comments, any recommendations, anything like that, or if you have this shelter as well and you want to share what you did with it, I'd be more than inclined to check that out. I usually, not usually, I always respond to my comments. Maybe not on time, but I usually always respond. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is that I am almost at 500 fucking subscribers. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. I started this channel in June, really just trying to make videos almost for myself, kind of like a documentary for myself of my Fallout experience, and then it kind of turned into like, holy shit, I can actually make videos that people appreciate, and it kind of took off from there. So, yeah, 500 subs means community posts. I promise I won't spam you with shit, but look forward to some good 76 memes, and I'll keep you up to date with what's going on within 76 just through pictures, and that way you guys don't have to watch a fucking video on it or something. It'll just be in your feed on YouTube, so you can rely on me for that. Yeah, my name is Navigator. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys almost for 500 subs, and have a nice day. Take care.